What is happening, guys? Fallen from OTB here coming at you, and we have round 2 of the June CWL week. War number 2, we're going to jump in here. This video is for educational purposes only. We're going to learn how to use our attacks and how they work oh so well. Diving right into SCP hitting number 1 here, right off the bat. Okay, we have a queen started out here taking out the air defense and the blowers. No, just the air defense there. The Duke is going to be starting here on the other side, and we're going to see how this spreads out here. Duke taking quite a bit of damage here. Queen is looking pretty good. We have a cannon to take care of. Hopefully we should be able to get rid of that prince and a couple of the surrounding defenses. And we are starting it right up the middle right here next to the Duke. Duke is chaining here pretty nice. We got the totem spell out there to absorb, and the log roller is now pushing those troops backwards here under the tome of the warden. We're going to push hard here through the core as those defenses are going down. Nice little push here around the monolith, and a few of those dragons supported by the prince. And we do have the back end OG. OG, very important to use at specific times. Sometimes you'll use it on the side to help with pathing, which is what I typically do. Other times you're going to use it on the back side to allow those troops to kind of kill a lot of those other defenses in the area and kind of thin things out without taking too much damage early here. We get issues like this happen where troops do have to come back and take care of those before they're able to move forward. However, based on what is up here, we have the Rage Tower here that's causing a little bit of a problem, but we are still looking at one more revive as the Duke is now working around the outside over there. And we really have no issues whatsoever dealing with those defenses. SCP has crushed another base. Mark it, tally it up. The guy is going crazy. Number 2, Tam. I feel like we're just watching the same thing over again here with these guys. So pretty heavy defenses and a big L right here. So your goal at the end of the day is going to be to try and take advantage of keeping that pathing going straight ahead. So we're going to get the best value we can here with the Duke. Is going to be able to charge and take care of all of those defenses and the clan castle here as well. That's going to be really nice. A little bit of an awkward moment as the Duke has skipped past the tower here, and we are going to get it down slowly but surely. It's going to actually be left on the back end. We're going to have to deal with it. So the $1,000,000 question is, how are we going to start this attack? Was this the plan? Is there adjusting that needs to happen at this point beyond the strategy initially for the Duke? So we're going to be able to take care of those big defenses. We have 2 invis left here to be able to pretty easily take care of a good select amount of oh yeah, okay, so here comes the main force. We're sending everything in. We're going to deal with these 2 biggest defenses here immediately. We have Queen that's going to be able to help with the pathing around the outside. We talked about that L shape. We are going to be able to get that L shape set here so those troops aren't going to be walking too far and dealing with too many different things at a time. And of course we are pushing that log roller back on the backside. Heavy defenses coming into the Rage Tower right here. We're going to use that tome, keep everything alive, and look at that. All of these defenses are going to be able to go down. Very small benefit of that Rage Tower. We are just smacking through those defenses here. Going into the back half here, the everything else is just completely dealt with. There are so many troops alive right now, no threat whatsoever. Only 2 defenses capable of even hitting back right now, and Tam has crushed this with some spells in the pocket. Beautiful how that works. I think the initial plan is you just see which direction your Duke ends up going, and you kind of build off of that. Whether or not he was going to be able to take care of those early or not, it's just really hard to tell. So here we have a kind of an interesting base, a lot of heavy defenses compartmentalized here in the core. So we're going to have to find a plan around that. Duke is starting going right in at it right now. Ooh, that Fox got just owned here right away. So now we have lost the ability to do the extended walk. We're going to hope to get absolutely everything that we can off of this Duke right now. While he is up, we're going to take care of as many of those defenses as possible. And as long as Duke doesn't walk out of this, we should be okay. Have to get that monolith down no matter what. There is no exceptions here with that. Duke is getting a little bit low, but we have to take care of those defenses. And it's looking like everything's actually going to work together here pretty fine. He hangs on to that last invis just to kind of, just really no more point of that right now. Baby Drag's going to take care of that. Queen's starting up here, so we're going to be able to push some things right up kind of through the middle right here, through these heavy defenses. Queen is trying to push really quickly to get as much damage in as possible to set that pathing for those troops. Everything moving in very nicely here, though. That log roller, very annoying. We're going to have to sacrifice a totem here for that, which is exactly what it's for. We're going to use our ability, and we are going to chew through these defenses as quickly as possible. We do have to watch out. The air blower is going against all these troops, so we're just going to be a little bit cautious about what we're doing here. Last couple drags are not going to be able to deal with that town hall compartment here, so we got to keep things up and alive. Lots of other defenses, including the blower. We got a lot of things that are shooting under that rage right now. It's very difficult to deal with that amount of damage. We've only got one totem spell left, but thanks to the Phoenix on that Prince, we got that air defense down. Puffer is down. Last few defenses are up, and we don't even have to worry about any other threats here on the board. He's done it. He's taken care of it. Tam once again showing up and making that work. It's all about the adjustments off of that Duke. If there's anything I've learned, it is that plan Bs really can go on the fly, so it's important to kind of plan around that. Interesting base. Drummer used to call it an Alien Vader style base. We're keeping the heroes together, or Queen might be able to push one side, Duke might be able to push the other, and we'll just kind of see where we end up. Kind of interested to see where we're coming in. Okay, so we are really coming in just kind of directly at the town hall. Probably half the troops will push top, the other half will go inwards. That is fine. We better get some totems maybe out here. The log roller as well is going to be a little bit of an issue, and using that tome nice and early here, taking care of a couple of those back defenses just to lighten the load a little bit for the rest of those attacking troops. Meanwhile, Duke and Queen are going to be looking really nice in here. A little bit of a scary issue here with that gear tower. We have some witches in the CC, never fun to deal with. So, kind of an awkward situation here. We got we got the monolith that's just kind of shooting back at anyone attempting to deal with the town hall. That's fine because that's about to go down here shortly. As the rest of those troops come into the last 25% of the base right here, no real major threats right now. We've got all the spells that we could ever ask for. Duke is back up on the board. Gear tower just trying to launch on that Duke, and just to be safe, we are using the OG spell just to secure that victory. And this base is absolutely dead. We've got Prince. I mean, everything is looking good here. Not even a chance to deal with that. Anton, number 6. Centralized. I think we've seen this base. Was this on the last video? I'm not sure. A lot of recurring bases. I don't know if it's like a YouTube thing or what the deal is here right now, but all right. So we're gonna start with so we got Super Bowlers here. Good Super Bowler base because they are gonna blow everything over in pretty much every direction they shoot at. Okay, smart play up there. We're gonna get that Duke to be able to push inward from the top here. Gotta keep that fox alive. It just gets a little bit weird sometimes how that fox acts. Foxes are known to just get out and run ahead of everything. It gets a little strange. All right, so good starting walk here right now. Really no threats of any issues. We did lock onto that hero. That totally sucks because here we are. All right, that's good. We're chaining into all those other defenses. Unfortunately, that is taking us away from our duty of taking out the revenge tower. That is annoying, isn't it? Oh, he's going to go down very quickly here. That's a lot of damage, but we did take care of a lot of those defenses in that area. So we've got a really clear path set up here. That way we can start those super bowlers here in this direction. Okay, King going to be launching around the outside on bottom. We've got the witches once again from the clan castle. It gets a little bit strange. Gets a little bit weird sometimes. We get a lot of damage coming in under those rage towers. We need those healers to do their work. They have to be locked onto those bowlers. Make sure you're deploying them so the bowlers are able to get healing immediately. And now is when we punch through the base. Everything's going to push through the bottom here through that rage tower. Things will be dead. Things are going down quicker than you can imagine. Leading with that Super Yeti right there is going to be able to get through here. Once that monolith goes down, there's going to be absolutely no threat left. We have one totem spell. Maybe we use it here. I don't know where we use it. And this base is wrecked. Man, bowlers are super strong. Very, very good. It's kind of like between dragons and bowlers. They could really take care of just about any type of base. So that is down. We will do my attack here, number 7. Oh yeah, what a weird... I don't usually hit bases like this. I don't even remember this. Okay, so a lot of defenses that we can get out here with Duke. Again, we do the Duke charge without any type of invis, so we're not getting the world's amount of help here. But we're hoping to do what we can. I tried to get Queen pushing around the outside without picking up the monolith. I wanted to be able to tank. I'm pretty sure Queen died here too early. I don't remember. Duke got up here and got his job done. The rest of those troops are able to go forward here. We're going to use that ability in just a second here, probably now. Okay, we ran over that town hall, everything looking nice and healthy. We really just have that back half right there. Usually I would have used my OG spells by now, so this is a little bit out of my normal style of an attack. And sure enough, we OG'd everything that was raged up right there because we did not want to die immediately, as any of those troops would have. So now we have a pretty good looking kill squad that we're able to work around the outside. Unfortunately, I have to deal with the CC and that stupid annoying, those poisons that are going on all my troops. That's really annoying. But just about by the time they get up here, getting past these defenses is when everything kind of comes up again. So it gets a little bit strange sometimes. Troops are going to get hurt pretty bad in this area, but we were able to freeze everything through. We brought back the Duke just to try and absorb some of that damage and take it away from the Revenge Tower because that thing is spitting right now. And Duke is just chaining all those defenses down from the back there. It's just too much. It's overwhelming. Those bases cannot hold. This thing is over. It's been a decent week. New. Getting it done here. Central compartment TH. Lots of garbage around that. It's kind of a ring style base. Starting the Duke here. Again, my commends to anyone daring enough to do the Duke walk right now and dealing with all of the strange things that can happen with it. Really, it's just because I'm bad and can't use it myself, but Duke is doing a really good job. If you can get good use of those invis, he is super powerful and able to do just the weirdest things. The biggest issue is getting locked onto, so now the Fox goes down. When we get locked onto heroes, life gets a little bit strange. We got to keep Duke alive long enough to be able to take out the Revenge Tower. Alright, we're starting the main attack. Get the Super Bowlers coming in here with support. So the Duke, I think the Duke did fine enough. Lots of damage right here. We're going to need freeze. We're going to need that mitigation immediately. And we are going to need all of the rage and damage coming in. Look at all those defenses that are about to just get completely crushed by the bowlers. Everything is going through. Duke is back up to help kind of tank the charge right there. And just getting behind those super bowlers, or getting in front of those super bowlers is the best thing that we can do. Everything's kind of pushing here to the top. Super Bowlers still are looking healthy. We need to make sure that those healers are by the Super Bowlers at all times, which they are. Everything's locked in. This Duke is just taking care of he's just going on his own and dealing with anything that was a problem over here. Really good job by New, able to take care of this. Those defenses get a little bit overwhelming sometimes, so it's great to be able to see that work out, and work out it did for New. All right, we're going down to drum here, number 9. Interesting style base. I saw this and I said nope. I remember actively skipping this base, so we're activating the invis up there. We're doing a lot of damage to those core defenses, and we're starting that double hero walk here at 6 o'clock. Whether or not they decide to split up, go different directions, I think sometimes it could be a better idea as long as we can take care of as much of this area as possible. Which that is seeming to be not a problem at all. It's okay to use totems to help your push. And in fact, it's probably suggested to be using totems for stuff like that. We have the super loons for the back end or the sides, most likely to help out with pathing. Anything like that, pretty early ability. I wasn't really looking at their health, but or the defenses, but we're using those loons to help get a little bit of extra support in there as well. Not to mention leading the way for those drags and those heavier attack troops that we need. Revenge Tower here is going to be a little bit of a problem. As soon as we can take care of that, we'll be the better. And we did, no issue right there. A little bit of a wasted totem. Would have been a lot nicer up top right there, but in the moment, things go a little crazy. So we're under that invis. Things are looking a little bit strange up top there as those troops are going right over the top of all those defenses and the heroes. But really though, our biggest threat is here, and we're going to be able to get through there quick enough. Again, Duke likes to run out in front, so typically Duke can tank a lot of those defenses and at a different angle. And here, as you can tell, it's just, again, overwhelming to these troops that are in there. It's just no one's going to be able to get through. Those defenses are nothing. And phenomenal job there by Drum. Some weird moments. OG spells, Dukes can go weird sometimes. It's always just that makes the difference if you're able to kind of come up and on the fly with a good plan. Drummy. We go from drum to drum, 2 different people. Just to make sure everybody knows that. So here we're coming in. It's very scary. This scares me. We don't like to come in toward the monolith, but he's got a plan. He's got something working out. I would have liked to have seen a totem there to help out, get better value from the Duke. But we are pushing through. We got some air puffers. I mean, everything is coming through here. We've used all of our hero abilities right now, which, you know, I mean, can be scary. By the time we get up to this area, things are going to be a little bit weird. But things are looking good right now. There's just enough spread to get some of these defenses down and dealt with before they become too much of a problem. We really needed to be able to kill that. But it looks like the Fox is going to get it. That's beautiful. We're going to get the air puffer out of the way. Here comes the rage. Here's the part where things get a little bit strange, and you can definitely tell we're going to be relying on those revives to try and get the job done. Sorry, I got some allergies going here right now, so I'm trying to work my way through that. Minion Prince is just skirting death right there. He finally goes down. Now we're going to see what real types of value we're going to get from the Duke, which is obviously enough. Duke just does whatever he wants to do. He gets in there and just starts spanking those defenses, chaining everything down really good. We have one last revive. This is going to be a tight one. How did he do it? How did he actually get through? It's crazy that the Duke is that strong to be able to take out the air defense from the range too. Is because it was from the chained attacks that allowed him to take it out. And now just the single point defenses are just not going to be able to keep up against the Duke. That's crazy. How did he do that? So yeah, that was a little bit of a pucker attack there, if you know what I mean. He got through. It worked. So he does the drag loon, which is of course with the riders, but he likes to put those loons out front, which is just a fine idea. DJ hitting number 11 here. We've seen this base a little bit before. Um, it's really tough because it really prevents the Duke walk in this direction. So Duke is going to run right through the middle here and do all that damage to those defenses. Oh, we just came short on a couple of those, but Duke has got those heroes down a little bit. He's going to be able to chew through them pretty easy with the help of that king there as well, of course. We're starting the throwers down here. We have healer support. We have super minions, or the super witches as well in there to do some work, help tank. We got the log roller on offense, something that's definitely underutilized. Not only did Duke survive, but Duke is now pushing up into this compartment where he's going to help with the pathing that much more with those defenses right there. That's a huge job by the Duke. We have 2 revives here, so the Duke is going to be able to pick up where he left off from over here and take care of the rest of this area, while the rest of those throwers are going to be able to just push right through to the core here. Town Hall is going to be dealt with here in a short matter of time. We have the healers locking on, fortunately, to those throwers, going to keep them alive indefinitely through some very, very high damage between those super whiz towers and the monolith. It's really tough to be able to survive. It just kind of ends up being a DPS battle at the end, hoping to take them out before they die, as they're getting picked off kind of one by one. And that's not at all. He's hanging on to that revive ability. That's just going to go down with ease. Yeah, that is a fantastic attack. DJ is going well here with those throwers. Throwers are still on the map. Very, very useful. That's a base I don't feel great with dragons on that base. I remember looking at it, so excellent job to pick that apart. Here we got throwers again, another thrower user. So we have about 2 to 3 thrower users. That's really helpful. When the meta is dragons and super bowlers, it's just really good to be able to mix up those attacks. So here we got the throwers started on the top. They're going to be able to snipe those defenses from afar. Hopefully we can deal with that defensive roller. That is a problem when dealing with the healers, especially trying to push those, doing all that damage to those healers. He does distract them. We have enough throwers over there to take care of that. The start is always a little rough. It's kind of hard to like get things going and kind of set up that funnel really well. So we have a little group of throwers here that are going to be able to take out that town hall compartment under the the invis is up, so this is going to complicate things just a little bit here. Let's try and get that TH down. Sure enough, it does go down. Invis tower activated. The throwers fortunately are going to go in there, but also the multi-inferno is going to kill the rest of those healers. However, the kill squad we have going around the outside is going to be able to be enough. We have the overgrowth there taking out those defenses, so that's just going to open up the playing field here for Duke to do things that the Duke needs to do. Duke is just blasting through those heavy defenses and tanking for the other troops. We do have the monolith is the last issue that we're going to have here at all today, and there's just so many throwers up and they're going to be able to hit it from there. And that is just, again, overwhelming to be able to deal with. It was a close one, but it sure did get done. We have some troops in the bag there too. The last defense dead is the monolith, a scary thing to do. Number 13 for Josh. Huge compartments here of defenses. My goodness, if we can get, yes, we got the Duke blasting through there. Duke can get started on top. We're going to do the split. with the queen. Queen was able to take care of a couple of things there as well. All right, we're pushing right up the core here, a little early ability just to assure everything stays alive, making sure everything is looking good. That's quite a compartment to get through, so really we have to deal with a couple rage defenses down here. It's a little bit scary, but that's what we're holding on to. First of all, our freeze that we activate here right now, and you can bet he is freezing and toteming all over across the board. Probably not even surprised to see a couple more totems going out at a time here with all that damage coming in. Those troops actually got really blasted on pretty hard down there. Since each side was raged up, that was just really scary to have to deal with. But now Duke is chaining all those defenses, so everything's going to die there and move forward nicely. So no problem at all. That was a lot of damage, though, coming across the core, even with the few defenses that had gotten taken out already. Holy cow, Josh has done it. He does the 8-7 Hydra. 2 attacks left in this war stew, getting started. Exposed air defenses, they're lower level, so that's good. Good to take care of those. Oh, there we go. So nice easy queen right there, get some things started. He unfortunately missed the sweepers. Starting the Duke on the other side. Let's see how far we can push up here with that queen. Figure out exactly which direction we want to come in at. At this point, we want to kind of question if coming in the top is even the best idea. So everything was frozen there. Okay, 1 air puffer down. I think now that allows us to be able to push through top if we wanted to. There we go. And starting through the top there, ooh, lots of troubles right off the bat. Here we're going to be using that early warden ability. Possibly, yeah. It was just a couple things that got hurt from that, so we're okay. Lots of time for that monolith to do what it needs to do. Everything's pushing forward, air defense down, the freeze over the sweeper. That's going to let everything get up far enough to be able to deal with those defenses. We still have the freeze. Easy pathing here toward the town hall at this point. And really good for cleaning out the way here, as Duke is going to be able to get in there and distract the heroes. And we're going to chain up as much as we possibly can. And the headhunters in the CC, a little bit weird. That's an issue to have to deal with. Oh, so many things are chained right there. So, I mean, at this point, it doesn't really matter. Those are